Hello everyone, this is OW Gaming and welcome back for another Eternal Temple guide. Today's video we're going to take a look at a boss battle against Scylla in the Eternal Temple. And also like I said in the other login about Leviar, this one also has a dominant allegiance or yeah, a dominant allegiance. So anyways, this one is a Legion of Glory and Meteor Strike. So any of these two factions will get the bonus on the stats. And also this boss will run on I believe on Tuesday and Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yep, Tuesday. No, not Tuesday, Saturday. Wednesday and Saturday. I'm sorry. Uh, yeah, Scylla is going to be running on Wednesday and Saturday, and the recommended factions are Meteor Strike and Legion of Glory. And I'm gonna enter this battle to show you how you can beat it. And I'm gonna be going on level 65 as usual. And as you can tell on this in this screen, you may notice that I'm using a team that is different than what I'm used to. It's because I'm actually borrowing my alt account for this kind of video purpose. Because for some reason, when I'm doing my daily missions, I accidentally sweep my Eternal Temple. Although yes, you don't really need to do that, but for some reason, like I have got a really bad habit of sweeping everything. That kind of got the best of me. So yeah, I wasn't able to get the proper the Eternal Temple recording ready. So this time I had to play this on an alt, so that way I can get this video out on according to schedule. So anyways, the win condition is going to be the same as the other Eternal Temple, which basically, of course, you're going to need to beat Scylla in this kind of battle. Like so in this situation, only like I believe I'm going to be using Legion of Glory teams, or and also maybe even Meteor Strike as well. But anyways, I think I'll be slotting Narm in, or actually maybe it's not necessary. And also on the bright side on this account is that I have SP Grenier this time, so he'll be an excellent tank for us. Although in this battle you don't need a tank, like I said earlier on the other battle, because like Eternal Temple you do need to have a decent amount of units that does a lot of DPS. Although this SP Grenier is not the unit I want to use in this battle. Sorry if I voice cracked. It's because apparently Scylla is actually strong on defense. So yeah, most of the aquatic units out there, they are very very high resistant on defense. So the only way you can actually get through them is using magic. So in this kind of battle, I'm gonna break a bit of a rules when it comes to what faction you should bring. A lot of people say that you shouldn't bring all factions, but in this case, you can actually bring someone like Lucretia, for example. She's just gonna be here to help us out. Not necessarily used for like a DPS or anything, but maybe she could be used as DPS, but she won't get any bonus from it. Even though she is off faction, doesn't mean you can't even use them. So yeah, I don't have a lot of units on this teams on this kind of selection, so I'm just gonna roll with this. Okay, now let's talk about what you should avoid when it comes to fighting against Scylla. So anyways, let's take a look at what Scylla has. So as you can see here, like I said earlier, since she is on the swamp terrain, her defense is higher than Inome would. And also, she has those skills that are pretty nasty. So I gotta explain to you what they do. So, anyways, here they are. So I'm gonna tell you, like this town here, the town skill or the talent effect. So, anyways, what happened here is that for every negative effect on this unit has, it gains 8% attack and defense. So yeah, so Lucretia might not be ideal, but I mean she's gonna be there to help us out just a bit. After taking action, grants all allies raging waves. After taking action, deals 0.5 times damage to enemies within 2 blocks. This damage is triggered once per 2 turns. So yeah, as you can see here, you gotta be aware of when would this curse will appear. So when this happens, she'll deal AoE to anyone that's within her range, like within 2 blocks. So for example, her attack range is the place we should probably watch out for. So when before she unleashed that AoE, get out of the way. You do not want to take damage because the damage is pretty serious. To a point that you might even lose like a lot of units, which you shouldn't be because losing the win condition unit is the worst thing that could happen. So as you can see here, all my units are not even in range, so we're gonna have to move closer.
私の盾は守るべき者の前でしか通用しない。
Might as well
正しい
do
道
that.
を守り続けて。 参加費ですって？
Oh, and also before I forget, let's talk about the skills that she has. So, as you can see here, the Oceanic Horror is one skill that Scylla could use. That could grab actually not necessarily grab, but actually target one enemy, which is your units, dealing 0.4 times damage to a single enemy within attack range and decrease its defense and magic defense by 40%. So yeah, this one, yeah, if your units aren't as strong on the defense or whatever, yeah, your unit is probably gonna suffer a lot of damage. And then there's also 2 different spawn skills that the Scylla has. Scylla can spawn a tentacle spawn, which is the little annoying minions that could possibly like to drag your units around, causing havoc or chaos, making your team a bit of a displacement a lot. And then Scylla could also summon the Leviathans. It's kind of hard to pronounce that, but anyways, that one's a different kind of sea monster. That one actually has a guard skill. So depending on what kind of guard skill is using, it could guard either against magic or physical. So be on the lookout for that one because that thing is gonna be annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna use Lucretia to do some chip damage. It's not gonna do much here, but at least it's something. Okay, maybe not here. I'm gonna do this so that way A1 can get boosted. Okay, so it's summoning that one sea monster tank. Okay, pay close attention here. So as you can see here, like what Scylla did, she just granted the curse effect under this monster, dealing a lot of damage to my to my units. But thankfully, with the blessing, I don't have to worry about that. But to those who did not have this cleared, you had to stay clear from them. And also for this one, you gotta pay close attention to what kind of stats, or actually what kind of tank they are using right now. So for instance, this monster is using a magic damage resistant kind of a guard skill. So any magic attacks would not be able to hit Scylla. Instead, it will hit this thing. In that case, you're going to need to use someone like Elwyn to dispel it. And just like that, you basically kill that thing, no problem. And then we can use Lightbringer to do magic damage. Okay, let's use Dizzy White to put that on Elwyn. Okay. And then use Yulia, close range. Well, you could actually bring any unit you like, as long as they deal enough damage for you. Okay, and then I should probably avoid using the. I should probably avoid using that 3C on Lucretia. Because you know, the Scylla is gonna deal, is gonna have more attack and defense when she's debuffed. Okay. Now I gotta do that magic pulse to speed it up to the cooldown. Okay, now it's gonna spawn those little annoying grapple hooks, or grapplers, I mean. That one, thankfully, the other units in the way couldn't drag over there.
私の盾は守るべき者の前でしか通用しない。はいよ。
Okay. Anyways, we don't necessarily need to attack that one just yet. Let me take a look at these real quick. Yeah, this is where the mage comes in against those little guys.
全力でいけ。私の盾は守るべき者の前でしか通用しない。
Oh dear.
私が皆さんを守ります。ラングリッサーは私たちを守ってくれています。私の盾は守るべき者の前でしか通用しない。お金ザックザクですって。
We're good.
それ人形。あいつの頼みは聞ける？
We don't necessarily need to move her that close.
参加費ですって？
Okay, let me give a act again.
ちょっと融通を聞かせてもらうわけに
On
はいか
let's
ない
see,
かしら。
who should I act again? I think I'll do act again on Lucretia.
勝負事ってゾクゾクしちゃう。
Oh, and also, whenever you battle, you had to keep an eye on this thing here. So when this cooldown disappears, that's where you had to move out of the way.
人形。あいつの頼みは聞ける？
Anyways, I'm gonna 3C here anyways, even though she's gonna deal a lot of damage. The Oceanic Horde, yeah, like you see here, if you're not prepared, your unit's probably gonna suffer a lot of damage. Okay, this round she's going to splash, so I'm going to move those units out of the way to negate it. Also, if you have any long range units, they can still attack. They can still attack Scylla, no problem. Okay, just gotta move everybody out. Don't want to get too close to it.
あいつの頼みは聞ける？いいわ。私があんたに与える最高の栄誉よ。参加費ですって？そこのところ、ちょっと融通を聞かせてもらうわけにはいかないかし
Actually,
ら。
no, bring another tank here.
本気出しちゃうわよ。
Protect. As you can see here, the curse was about to unleash, and since we're out of the way, it didn't trigger. I mean, it did, but it did not show the animation because we're not in range.
正しい道を守り続けて。参加費ですって？全力で行け。お金ザックザクですって？私が皆さんを守ります。お金ザックザクですって？それいただくわ。人形。
We gotta keep attacking. Just gotta repeat everything and also watch out for those threats that are coming right at you.
参加費ですって。そこ勝負事ってゾクゾクしちゃう。
Hmm.
私の盾は守るべき者の前でしか通用しない。
Now this monster is back. So let's see what this is. Takes magic damage. Okay, so in this case you're gonna need to bring. Yep. I mean, since Elwyn do not have that yet, I'm gonna have to do this multiple times. Yep, multiple times.
混沌よ、私の歩みを止められると思うな。
Let's see, would this be enough? Ah, not enough. Oh, I changed my mind. It is actually enough.
それいただくわ。
Okay, I'm gonna actually yeah, I had no other choice. Let's see. I think I'll give this investment to
勝負事って
Lucretia.
ゾクゾクしちゃう。
私の盾は守るべき者の前でしか通用しない。闇を砕く盾よ、真実の輝きよ。
私が皆さんを守ります。人形、あいつの頼みは聞ける？怖がらないで。痛くないから。
Let's see, who needs this? I think I'll give it to Elwyn to
私
get
が
that
皆さんを
3C
守ります。
refreshed. Might as well use this.
聖剣ラングリッサーは打ち直されたのです。
Tons of damage. I mean, I could finish this right away, but however, I decided not to use Covenants because that basically defeats the purpose of like beating it without Covenants.
混沌よ、私の歩みを止められると思うな。
人形、あいつの頼みは聞ける？
Okay, we can splash here.
痛くない。
Yep, that kills one of them, but not the other. Okay, yeah, as you can see, that was my mistake.
混沌よ、
I
私の
shouldn't be
歩み
using
を
the
止
golem
めら
to
れると
kill that
思う
thing.
な。
So is I gotta revert that? Instead, I just gotta drag that out.
私の歩みを止められると思うな。
お金ザックザクですって？それいただくわ。本気出しちゃうわよ。
Okay. Oh darn. I actually kind of messed up on that planning here. It's alright.
私が皆
全力でいけ。
Alright, here's the 3C. Refreshed and ready to go.
私が皆さんを守ります。ラングリッサーは私たちを
Sorry
守っ
if
て
I
くれ
was
ています。
actually really quiet all of a sudden because you know if I talk a lot, it would distract me. Here comes the ocean horror. This time it did more damage to us because yep, like I said earlier, that time I didn't pay attention to. Yeah, you notice what happens if you just stay in there
私の歩み
without
を止められ
watching.
ると思うな。
So in this case, I'm gonna have to do something a little different. Yeah, so we're gonna restart this turn.
混沌よ、私の歩みを止められると思うな。
So in this case, we're gonna have to stay away from Scylla, like 2 blocks away from her. So in this case, we're gonna need to move Lightbringer out of here.
人形、
Okay, but before that,
あい
need
つ
to
の
do
怖が
this.
らないで。 くないから。
私の盾は守るべき者の前でしか通用し、
Okay.
全力でい
Move
け。
Elwyn out.
私の盾は守るべき者の前でしか通用しない。
私が皆さんを守ります。ラングリッサーは私たちを守ってくれています。
Yeah, I mean Yulia's still gonna get
私
hit
の歩みを
anyways.
止めら
It's
れると
fine.
思うな。闇を砕く盾よ、真実の輝き。
But however, I could use this to get her out.
本気出しちゃうわよ。
And I'm gonna sacrifice my Lancer. So I can get that token back.
私が皆さんを守ります。
Move out of the way. Oceanic Horror. We're fine. And the curse was cancelled because we're out of range.
私の盾は守るべき。
人形、あいつの頼みは聞ける？シラ、私があんたに与える最高の栄誉よ。
私の盾は守るべき
Oh,
者
and by
の
the
前
way,
でしか
I
通
forgot to
用し
mention
ない。
this at the beginning. So in this kind of battle, you only have 15 rounds. So which is actually more than enough for you to beat this boss. And it seems like we're almost at the end here.
それ、いただけ。本気出しちゃうわよ。
Let's use infantry this time.
勝負事ってゾクゾクしちゃう。私が皆さんを守ります。
全力でいけ。
Okay, and then 3C here.
全部まとめて俺に任せろ。
剣はどこを指していますか？
And there you go. This is how you beat Scylla. Make sure you the main objective here is like before she unleash that AoE attack around her, get out of the way. And always pay attention to the status effect on Scylla. If you do not pay attention to what you just saw just now with where I wasn't able to take a look at it, that's what happens. You'll have at least one of your unit dying. So basically get out of the way before that happens. So hopefully this video helps, and have a good evening or day depending on when you're watching this.